Germany. I've just seen what's happening with your trains abroad. You know, these ones go through Switzerland and Austria. Well, I have a wonderful idea for you. I can see what's going wrong. You know, when your passengers have to buy their food on board, they're using card crime on you, and you're losing your food payments. Russian, Eastern European, Middle Eastern, Saudi Arabian card crime is what's happening worldwide. Not so much the Middle Eastern, because they don't do anything. They reflect on damage of perestroika. The enemy within that is that the card fraud is the card fraud happens when you pay to take a bottle of water out of your machine. You don't get the payment, but you have to keep repaying and replacing all the stock. So you're losing 20% of your financial rewards in purchases for anything on board your train, and you can't see it happen because it takes 3 days for it to be used, disappeared, and replenished. No, they're breaking everything. They're making everything inefficient, and you can't see it happening. That's what they're doing. I've been studying this card fraud because it's happened to me. It has happened to me in the past. So I suggest what you do is that you terminal at the terminus your purchase for your QR code account on the train itself. So the vending machine, the bicycle clamp and all that sort of stuff, all the extra monies that you're supposed to be topping up your quality service and allowing your train to be used. So what happens when I don't think the customer's being conned in all of this. I think it's your companies are losing the revenue. You can't see it because by the time it's happened, you are left with bankruptcy because it's failing. So it's not bankruptcy. You sold it because you can't make it work, and you're wondering whether anybody else is going to pick it up. So I suggest to you is to have your phone's software at the terminus only sell the QR code in value so it can be deducted. You pay for it at the terminus securely. They can't get into your land-based telephone communications. It's Bluetooth and Wi-Fi that's being attacked by card crime. But who's doing it? There's a rumour that China and USA have been using Google, and the Google PayPal is making everybody super rich, and the payments are bleeding into their accounts. I never said anything about people, about how. I'm just saying that's what's been happening, because China threw that out. It wasn't secure enough. But that wasn't the Communist Party. I have to say that the Federation in 1984 didn't know what they were devolving to in 2024. So you just make sure that your QR codes are paid for in a secured land-based account at a terminal at the train stations, and then when you purchase off of the train, it comes off the QR code that's already in there. It has no transaction to a merchandising system by Wi-Fi through Google itself. When you've finished with your travel and you've got to your terminal, you flash the QR code again and it balances out the account and you get the change on a land-based terminal. LAN.